Hey.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. I was just fucking around. I hate technology. Anyway, I figured it out, so it's all good. All right.
Cool.
Before we get started, I just want to know what bands you'd like me to play. I'm gonna kind of revolve the show around GWAR stuff and bands you've toured with and stuff. And so, who's on the bill now? Napalm Death and
Yeah. It's been some Napalm, Obituary, and Sepultura and Sacred Reich.
Sepultura. All right, and I'm gonna play your band, U.S. Bastards. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right on. Okay. And we got the official interview started. I'm just gonna pull up my notes. All right. So ready when you are.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
I'm here with Pustulus Maximus from GWAR. They're currently on tour right now, supporting the Scumdog's 30th anniversary live and the Scumdog's 30th anniversary reissue. First thing I want to ask you, I'm a studio nerd kind of dude, and I'm curious about the remixing and remastering. Obviously, there's a lot going on where I can hear more things than ever than was in the original records. Like the bass is definitely more in your face. How did that come about with the remix and remaster?
Well, we wanted to release something special into the world, something that we wouldn't abandon like our children that we, conceive on tour. And we had the master tapes for Scumdogs, and we were actually missing a reel that took us maybe another year or two to find, which was the reel that had Salaminizer on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, we eventually compiled all the reels together. We had them sent off and converted to digital, and it wasn't really so much as let's remix this thing just for the sake of remixing it, but it was, let's do it because there's all this hidden stuff on here that no one's ever heard before.
Yeah.
And so we got Ronan Chris Murphy to go through it and do it. And I myself actually compiled and separated all the tracks together and put everything. It's the only time I've ever used a computer in my life. So it's very interesting. But we learn quick.
So you digitized all, was it was on tape, obviously. I'm gonna, yeah. So you guys went all over that, digitized it, cleaned it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting process. A place called West Side, I think, is the one that took care of the digitizing. But
Nice.
I mean, but if you go back and listen to it, it's not just like I said, it's not remixed for the sake of being remixed. It's remixed for the fans, for people that are generally interested in the album.
Right.
And when you listen back to it, it's there are a lot of things that are familiar, and then there's some stuff you've never heard before. So it's supposed to really just give you a different listening experience. It is not supposed to take the place of the original release of Scumdogs.
Right.
But it's just an added bonus. So you can kind of look at it through a different lens, so to speak.
I was playing it on Halloween, and it was befuddling children and parents. It was rocking at my house on Halloween. But it sounded good. That's right. Because my first listen was on Halloween, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, I could hear all this shit that I never noticed before. It's cool. Like in Maggots, every song there's something I was like, "Okay, I've never heard that before." So that was really cool.
Yeah, and then there's the extended, mix of King Queen, and that's the original version that was like super long. I don't know, it was like 7 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But obviously, like even me, I'm near and dear to the original release. That's when I play it back in my head. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's interesting to kind of hear everything in a different way.
Right. Yeah, it was awesome. It was good to hear. And I'm wondering and I'm curious here about the GWAR blood. I've heard some of the Bohab saying that you guys, quote unquote, are using the original blood bags, which has much thicker blood in it. Is there any truth to the thicker blood rumor?
Well, we're just using more diabetics' blood. It's congealing a little faster because of all the sugar that's in it.
Right. And I'm assuming that there's so many diseases in the blood that it just kind of negates any kind of COVID that might be happening.
Oh, well, we're super spreaders. We're trying our best to keep this pandemic going. It's unsuccessful, as numbers are continually dropping all over the country, so that's kind of a bummer. But
It is a fucking bummer.
we are elated with the catastrophic, apocalyptic way that the Earth has descended into madness. You have to get a test before you do everything.
Yeah.
I don't even get STD tests when I change partners. So why would I want to get a COVID test to go play a show in Canada? Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Did you guys cross the border yet, or are you still? I don't even know. I haven't looked at the dates. You might get rectal swabbed. Rectal is the big.
Big one. I'm gonna kayak across Lake Michigan tonight to get into Toronto.
It should be. I mean, there's not a lot of wind today. I think it's a good day to do that. You get to see the shipwreck. You get to see the shipwrecks.
There's a shipwreck?
There's a fucking shitload of shipwrecks. Absolutely.
Very interesting.
In the great, next time you're flying over, look on a clear day, look down, you'll see them. It's crazy. So nice. With touring, I'm wondering if there's any like global touring outside of North America that's being looked at or planned yet.
In 2022, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the horizon, and I'm sure it's been similar situation with other bands that you have all this stuff on the books, and then it doesn't ever materialize because of the whole restrictions with the pandemic and blah blah blah. So that's been kind of lame. We've canceled a lot of tours you've never heard about. Since, for example, this tour with Napalm Death, this was scheduled, almost 2 years ago, to do this thing. And it's crazy to think about it, that we've just been pushing it back for so long. And that's totally beyond our control. We're just subject with the laws of the country, unfortunately. Even though GWAR is bound by no human law, our drivers and crew have to abide by that kind of stuff.
Right. I think like a couple of the guys in Napalm, aren't they vegans or something? Are they? Is the blood situation? Is it because it's human blood that it's tolerable?
I'm not sure about that. I didn't get into any dietary discussions with Napalm. Although the singer is a lot skinnier than I remember. So
Barney,
maybe he is doing that vegan thing. I've strictly been eating vegetarian food on this whole tour, but that's only because I want to get to the catering line first and deny the vegetarians their meals.
Right, and they get less diarrhea, which is not, it's just not exciting. I have a fan question here. This is important. They're saying, quote, "What is the most amount of babies you've raped in an evening and in a week?"
The most amount?
Yeah, like generally.
I don't know. That's a loaded question. What do you consider a baby? Like an adult person that cries about politics all the time?
Well, there's billions of those, but I'm thinking like can't talk yet.
There's no challenge in that, so no, we don't do that. It's too easy.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit.
I'd rather somebody put up a fight.
The adult babies. So what would
surprise sex?
How about that? How about that number?
Adult babies in a day?
Yeah.
3.
That's a modest number.
Yeah, I'm an old man now.
Yeah, it's all right.
Not as virile as it once. You get the first 2 back to back pretty quick, but the third one takes a minute. That refractory period is quite extended.
Yeah. Do you get the post orgasmic regret?
No. If you got that, then either religion has shamed you into feeling that way, or you're just doing something that's really fucked up.
Right. I'm wondering. This is my own personal question here. I'm wondering how are you guys carrying on the legacy, or how you plan on carrying on the legacy of Odorous Urungus and his human slave David Brocky?
we're ruining it by becoming more popular and more successful.
Yeah.
Uh, obviously we all miss Odorous Youngers very much. That was a one of a kind front man to a band that will never be matched again in the history of time.
Right.
It's just like Bon Scott. There's only one, so we're doing the best we can to write disgusting music, and unfortunately, we're not capable of getting things deleted the same way he was.
I thought the Blood of Gods was a really good record, so I'm looking forward to what's next. It was more to the roots, I thought, of GWAR, like old school.
I think so. Blood of God's just more of a record of, we have to prove to everyone that this is that, and to ourselves that we can still do this. Like that we're still capable of making great songs, great music, and but it was a very, it was specific to that time. Like the songs and everything about that record was us dealing with the loss of Odorous and life moving on and stuff like that. So in my opinion, it's a topic that doesn't really have to be revisited. So I would expect the next GWAR record to have a little bit more humor and grotesqueness in it, and to kind of get away from that, serious aspect of losing, a comrade.
Yeah. And have you guys been writing, or have you just been sticking around?
Well, I paid a bunch of money to have somebody write the record for me, but I didn't do my research very well. So we ended up with a country western record. So we're back to the drawing board on that one. I just pointed to a number in a book while we were in Nashville, and we called this guy and said, "I need you to write us some tunes." And so I guess we're gonna have to just write our own now. We'll see how that goes.
You could always talk to Dee Snider. I think he wrote like a fucking Christmas ballad for Mariah Carey or something, if I am not mistaken. Or Shania Twain or Celine Dion, one of those. But yeah, he's a weird dude, man.
D. Snyder is fucking cool, man. I tell
He
you
is.
what.
I liked his newest record was good too.
We were doing some gig together, and I was playing guitar and just kind of dicking around through this amp that was set up somewhere, and I was jamming through some pretty obscure, like old school rock riffs, and out of everybody in the room, D came up to me and was like, "Oh man, Cactus, cool." Like he was the only one that knew exactly what it was, and I was like, "That's pretty cool to pick out just a few licks and know what band we're talking about." Because I don't know if you know who Cactus is, but it's not a huge band.
No.
But Cactus was kind of like, they could have been like the American Led Zeppelin, if they would have sorted themselves out. But I don't know, Cactus. We can talk about guitar shit all day long. Jim McCarty is like one of my favorite guitar players. So.
Yeah,
But yeah, D. Snyder, cool dude.
He is a cool cat. He's got his last record, For the Love of Metal, was pretty damn good. It surprised me. I was like, holy shit, it's really good. I'm wondering, so this is your chance to plug what you guys are doing, possibly outside of GWAR, such as the GWAR Bar, which is GWAR related, but still kind of a side thing. I'm just wondering what you guys are up to, what's on the horizon. I don't know. I have seen a bunch of action figure kind of stuff in the news. I haven't paid really close attention, but I've definitely seen some things pop up. So I'm wondering what's up and coming.
We're busy, man. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've been working with Consequence of Sound, and to come out with these like CBD gummies and things like that. Something to do with Delta 8. The wrong person to ask about that stuff. I just do speed and angel dust. So that's kind of out of my element. But it's really cool of them to partner up with us. They've got these really great like fanny packs that we have for sale on the road. And, so if you see us on tour, you can come pick those up.
Right on.
And Consequence has their Butt of God's artwork all over that. And that's what we're calling this CBD strain. So very cool. I would check that out. And, the GWAR Bar is doing great, located in Jackson Ward in Richmond, Virginia. if you're ever stopping in Richmond, it's a great place to have a pint, to get some just glorified bar food. And, there's plenty of vegan and vegetarian options there as well. But yeah, we're working on like these things called like fucking knuckleheads or bobbleheads or some high on plastic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We're working on these like little figures for the band, which is cool. I don't know how much I'm even supposed to talk about that, but that's not as exciting as the thing we have with Bad Dragon. We are working on a GWAR dildo
Oh my
that
God.
comes in multiple sizes, right? From beginner to intermediate to insane. And yeah, this thing is going to be fucking awesome. Molded after the beautiful cock of Odorous Urungus. You can pleasure yourself with this thing, and it's going to be a little bit softer and more forgiving than the actual penis, the cuttlefish of Cthulhu. But this thing is cool. I've been wanting to do something like this for a long fucking time.
Is it
And
one of the ones where you like push on it and something comes out? Like it's got like you can like shoot eggs out of it?
No, not this one. But there's always the future. So I would hope that this would open the door for many other deviant products to be made and sold across the land. So I mean, but I'm serious. Yeah, this is one of the coolest things that's kind of come to fruition as of late. The Bad Dragon people have been really, really cool to us through the whole pandemic. They're fans of the band, and they even sent us a bunch of hand sanitizer, which we just put in our eyes to feel alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever tried that, but that's pretty tough.
I've got it. I've gotten
but
it in my eyes.
It comes in the same bottle that they send lube in as well. So we just tried it as like tough lube.
You put it through its paces.
Yeah, so using hand sanitizer as lube, that's pretty intense. Let's talk about a warming sensation.
Absolutely. Well, last question I got for you is we're living in 2021 now. We've advanced medically, and people are wondering if you're going to seek any treatment for your face pustules or if they're just part of your brand.
They are just a part of me, man. I'm in it to win it.
All right.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's it. My mother says I was beautiful. Or she did say so before she left for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is going to be aired in about a week. So if you're listening on the radio, this is in the past, but please go see GWAR on tour. They're on tour right now. They just started last week, I believe. Or a couple weeks ago. So go see GWAR. You're not going to be disappointed. This will be my 32nd time. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Cool. See you there.
A lot of shows. So see you guys Monday, and thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Peace.
Peace out. Bye.